Welcome, Summoner! League of Legends is a complicated game that keeps changing and evolving, which is one of the reasons that makes its fans love, and sometimes hate, it so much. But if not for those changes, we would have got tired of it sooner or later, right? So that's why Riot Games release patches every 2 weeks. Some of those changes are very significant and shift the balance of power, some are purely cosmetic. 3 previous patches significantly shifted the balance of power. Patch 8.9 concerned mages, 8.10 junglers, 8.11 marksmen. The patch 8.12 is less intense and just has some buffs and nerfs that aren't that significant. The main reason for this is that patch 8.12 is supposed to make fighters stronger, and they've already got enough indirect buffs and feel pretty good right now. Besides, it becomes quite hard for players to adapt to such huge changes every 2 weeks, so Riot decided to take a break to analyze how previous patches affected the pro scene. Patch 8.12 is still interesting though, so let's get right into it. Elise got a small MS buff, compensating for her nerf 2 years ago. Her MS was reduced back then because Runic Echoes got bonus MS added to it. Runic Echoes has been reworked in this season though. It no longer increases jungler mage's MS, so Riot decided to give Elise her old MS back. Besides, Elise's W damage got increased as well. It's certainly pleasant, although it won't change much. Elise's main problem is that she only power spikes on level 3 and can't compete with other junglers who power spike on 2, meaning she can't contest the scuttler and perform effective level 2 ganks. All marksmen who build crit chance got nerfed in the previous patch, but that barely affected Ezreal, which made Riot Games release a hotfix just after a couple of days, decreasing Ezreal's attack damage growth and nerfing his passive. They continue to nerf him in patch 8.12. His base armor is decreased, giving other ADCs more chances to win skirmishes with him. Still, this change won't affect this champion much because he mostly depends on Kleptomancy and Teleport, which he can abuse, as well as his very quick build consisting of Muramana plus Seraph plus Mana Flow Band, which gives Ezreal a massive power spike mid-game. Kindred's attack speed got significantly buffed. They've already been buffed several times, so after patch 8.12, Kindred should get to their full potential and conquer the meta. We recommend you consider playing this jungle marksman who might assume one of the lead positions in the current double support meta. By the way, if you haven't watched our double support strategy analysis, you should definitely do it right after watching this video. Kindred is still a champion who requires high mechanical skill though. They aren't Master Yi, who can just run around and kill everyone while affected by Tariq's ultimate. Still, they might become imbalanced after patch 8.12. Riot keep buffing Lee Sin, increasing his damage and decreasing his cooldowns, but that probably won't give the Blind Monk his old popularity back anyway. Lee Sin was seriously hurt by Tracker's knife's removal from the game. He used to be strong because of his ability to dash to wards, and you can't set up lots of those anymore. Poppy's passive cooldown decrease and Q's damage increase should make players start building her aggressively, but that probably won't happen because Poppy is more of a tank than a full-blown fighter like Darius or Aurelia, who are super popular right now. So increased bonus attack damage ratio won't make Poppy build an updated Starek. Put this champion on the back burner for now. The long-forgotten Rumble also got a significant buff, although he probably won't fit into the current quick games meta anyway. Right now, Rumble is at the very bottom of the win rate sheet. His main problem is that his build is very slow and expensive, and he also got affected by Liandry's Torment's changes when magic penetration was removed from this item. Sejuani hasn't been dominating the jungle for a long time because she herself was nerfed and because overall jungle changes made jungle tanks take a back seat. So Riot decided to buff Sejuani by giving her an opportunity to build AP. Sejuani will start clearing the jungle much faster in patch 8.12, but her scales still won't make her even a second Amumu. So this buff isn't that strong, especially compared to popular Graves, Xin Zhao or even Nocturne. Taliyah became extremely popular in the jungle, which made Riot tone it down a bit and nerf the Stone Weaver. This nerf isn't that significant, but jungle Taliyah's win rate will still be decreasing, because players are starting to adapt to this champion's mobility and strong ganks. Yorick got buffed a little because of Starok's gauge nerf, which we'll discuss a little bit later. Overall, Yorick is one of the most underestimated champions right now. His push potential became even stronger now, when Banner of Command has been removed from the game. We recommend trying this champion because he should feel pretty comfortable on the top lane in quick games. Janna, Karma, Lulu and Orianna's shield's duration got decreased, which should make players play more aggressively on the lane and teach Ardent supports to only use their shields when necessary. Casting a shield too early will cost you much more now. Items from the Forbidden Idol line also got nerfed, which decreased Ardent support scaling in long games, making strong initiation more attractive than strong carry healing. All of this will lead us to seeing more initiator tanks and support mages with high damage on the bot lane. Sterok's gauges changes was supposed to be a part of a bigger change of all fighter items, which would have complemented one another. To be precise, new Sterok was supposed to be built together with Spear of Shojin, but new items were cancelled, and Sterok's changes just hang in midair now. This item is still good, but those champions who build it with Trinity Force will become slightly weaker. Okay, finally, let's discuss runes. Celerity got nerfed again. Bonus MS that used to be 4% is only 1.5% now, meaning taking Celerity to increase mobility is useless right now. Still, champions who have high MS will most likely appreciate damage conversion increase because it got doubled. Such champions as Hecarim and Master Yi will probably thank Riot for this. The new rune Hail of Blades that was introduced in the last patch hasn't found its place in the Summoner's Rift, and the predictable 8.12 buff won't make it more popular. This rune's problem is not that it doesn't grant enough attack speed, it's that it's impossible to activate it on the lane. While the rune goes on cooldown when you last hitting minions, no marksman will want to use it. Okay guys, that's it. Our patch 8.12 review is complete. This patch isn't as major as we anticipated, but this might be a good thing, because it gives players a moment to breathe. It seems like Riot changed more during half of this season than they have in the last few years. Anyway guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and good luck in your solo queue.